Eternals is directed by Chloe Zhao and tells the story of a group of eternal, immortal beings who have been living on Earth for centuries and whatnot, and have not interfered with human society until the deviants return and start to wreak havoc, and the Eternals have to reunite together in order to stop this common enemy. Now, it's a rarity for me to not review a Marvel Cinematic Universe film not in its opening release date, but Eternal slowly became one of my least anticipated films, and I just held off watching it for some reason. I never had the interest for some reason, even before the bad reviews that it had, which was shocking to me also that this has gotten pretty bad reviews. Like the first mixed to negative Marvel film. That is quite insane. But kind of impressive knowing that's the only rotten thing that Marvel has done out of like over 20 something films. Um, Eternals, to me, in my opinion, I don't think it's as bad as critics say. It's definitely not like one of the worst movies of all time. It is not. It is nowhere near close to that. It is, however, a very disappointing film. And I can understand why a lot of people would not enjoy this one. To me, this film had amazing visuals, some of the best cinematography in the MCU. It's a beautiful looking movie. Chloe Zhao directs these action sequences beautifully. She wanted to helm this movie like it was The Revenant with the action in particular, and you could definitely see a lot of influences from The Revenant here. Oh my goodness, the action was badass, I gotta tell you. The battles were great. Some of the characters were also really good. Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Kit Harington, Richard Madden, Gemma Chan. You got a bunch of big name actors here. And they all do a very good job with what they're given. And sometimes their chemistry works very well. What the story suffers from, however, is an overabundance of exposition that just made the entire experience feel genuinely boring and very much a drag. And you could definitely shorten this film up. And if you are going to put expedition, you should. Okay. This movie is 2 hours and 37 minutes, and it has mostly exposition. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. What they should have focused on is building the characters themselves instead of the plot and what's going on. Because you got 2 hours and 37 minutes and you wasted on exposition and storytelling. You should use that for character building because you're introducing 7 or 8 characters in one film. And this is more than Justice League or the first Suicide Squad movie could handle. And you fell flat on your face because you just focus on the exposition instead of making these characters feel interesting. The actors are doing a great job, but I'm not invested in the story nor the characters themselves in general. And I just felt like the film just overstayed its welcome and gotten too long. The length was way too long. And they could have at least trimmed it down to maybe 2 hours and 20 or 15 minutes around that, or use that time to build character. I really felt like this film was a very big missed opportunity to do something truly special. And it was so close to doing that. The visuals and everything. Sure, some MCU stuff are there, like the humor and the battles, but it does feel different from the rest of the MCU in terms of its scale. It's more of a space, I wouldn't say a space opera, that's more Guardians, but more like a fantasy epic, you know? But it failed with its characters. It failed for getting me invested with these people. It failed me getting invested in this story. Sure, the visuals are great and everything, but that's what you come to expect with these MCU films. Overall, this was a very disappointing film, and I don't know if I would recommend it. Maybe go and form your own opinion is what I'll say so far. But in my opinion, this is probably my least favorite MCU film of all time, and that is saying a lot. I'm going to give Eternals a C. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.